watching Idaho Living. We are here at the Village Square at the Village at Meridian, TGIF. You know, it's been a kind of a cool week, hasn't it? And so hoping that your weekend will be full of sunshine, we've got some fun barbecue hacks just in time for your Father's Day barbecue. First, check this out. It's corn on the cob. You can make corn on the cob in a cooler. This is amazing. You leave the corn husks on, you put all the corn in a cooler, you pour all the boiling hot water over it, shut the cooler, and let it sit for 15 minutes. Then voila, you got all of this corn that is ready to go and tastes heavenly just in time for all of those guests you have coming over. Okay, so one of the things I dread about a barbecue is when I throw all that chicken on the grill and when I go to remove it, half of the chicken stays on the grill because it's stuck. Check this hack out. Take an onion, slice it in half, rub the onion all over the barbecue, and you'll have a stick-free, no-stick barbecue just in time for all of your guests to come over. All right, this one is so fun and it looks delicious and it makes you feel a little bit more healthy. You take a banana peel and you're gonna make s'mores inside the banana peel. You get all of your little fixins inside that little peel, you wrap it in foil, put it over your barbecue and grill that. You've got a little bit of fruit in that s'more, so it makes you feel a little healthier, but it tastes delicious. And guess what? It's no mess to clean up. You just throw the peel away. Okay, here's another one. Use a muffin tin to organize all those condiments for all of your guests at those barbecues. Look how cute this is. You can put all kinds of different things in each little circle there. Love it. Okay, here's the best barbecue hack of all, especially if you're gonna go camping this weekend, or you've got lots of people coming over, the team coming over, whatever. Check this out. We've got our own Brandy Uris.
Hello.
This is so funny. This is brilliant, Brandy.
Well, when you have to feed everybody all at once, it's the best way because then you're not feeding everybody one at a time, especially the camp out or barbecue, that
like
sort of
on
thing.
the one stick, right?
Yep. So now
How
you've
many's
got,
on there?
this is a leaf rake, not a regular rake.
Okay.
You throw it on, you can throw at least 2 packs of hot dogs all at once, and then
You got
voila.
2 packs of hot, oh
Yes,
my gosh.
with extra to spare, here you go.
You don't even have to touch it. That is awesome.
No.
Okay, well, you've got more fun coming up for barbecues
I do.
and fun things for the summer because we've got a fun do-it-yourself project that I think you're going to love, right?
Yes.
I think you'll
For
love it.
outdoor games, so
Yeah.
fun. Yep,
Okay.
let's do it.
Stay with us. Okay, Brandy Uris is with us today from the Idaho Scrapbook Show. You are going to help us revolutionize backyard games for barbecues,
Yes,
right?
let's do it.
Okay, what do we got?
So one of the fun things is when you have a craft that you make indoors and then you can go play it outdoors. So this one is a 2-for-1 and this one is yard Yahtzee. And so today
I love Yahtzee!
Yes, I know. And now you can play it outside and
so
your
fun.
dice won't get lost in the grass. Yep. So if you go to any hardware store and just get a 4x4, and then if you ask nicely, they might cut them in half for you if you don't have a handyman
Do I
at
say
home.
Brandy? Brandy
Yes.
told
Brandy
me to
sent
tell
me.
you.
Yes. See how far that gets you. Try that. But if you, so they'll be cut into 4x4s, and you can lightly sand just to get the extra little rough edges off, but you don't really have to. And then you're just going to paint them with acrylic paint. That's it.
Wow.
So you're going to paint yours red, and I'm going to paint mine black.
So just acrylic paint,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Do I
There
use
you
this?
go.
Okay.
Yep.
Ooh,
And
I like,
the first.
Can I use pink?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
The coat that you're putting on, you kind of want to use darker colors so that when you put the dots on, they really show up good. So you paint the whole block. It only really takes 1 coat. You let it dry. Now I'm going to stop right there. Yep.
Okay. How long do you let it dry for, do you think, before you put the dots
acrylic
on?
paint dries real fast and the wood soaks it up. So it'll just take a few minutes. But I would just wait until it's not shiny anymore.
Okay.
So then when you're done, you've got a perfectly colored, this is 1 coat. It's pretty easy.
This is so cool.
Super fun.
Okay.
So they also, at craft stores, they sell these cute little daubers that are perfect circles on the bottom, and you can buy them any size. And then you just dip into the paint, dap off, and you make your marks. But if you're super crafty, you could also use a 3/4 inch punch. I know some of us like things just so. So I made a teeny tiny stencil for you.
Cute.
So here's your dauber.
I don't want to mess this up.
Oh no, it's fine. It's just numbers. Yeah. So
because I'm going to use different colors.
yeah.
I don't have to use black.
Yep.
Okay.
So once you get a full dauber, you dab off to the side first, get the extra off, and then you just fill in.
A little dauber, do you?
Just a little. Oh
dauber.
boy, that's awesome.
Okay.
I love it. Okay, and then you have your perfect number just like that.
Oh my word. Let's see if mine's as perfect as yours.
Look at that. So
That
exciting.
is so cute. Okay.
Yep. So then you'll just wait until that dries so
Well,
that you
yours
can
is
turn
kind
it
of-
over.
This is
We're
very-
not looking at mine. Look at yours. So here's the fun part. You can do any color scheme you want. If you want to do teams, you could do BSU blocks. You could do ISU blocks. Yep, all of them. Or you could
love
just
these.
mix and match. Yep, any color you want.
Okay.
Throw them in any bucket you like.
This is my favorite
here,
part. Okay,
I
so
know.
we're gonna go out and try to play,
Let's
right?
do it.
Okay, so I've got this, and then you just grab your. Where'd you
So
get
I
this, probably
just
online?
printed offline, yep, and I got a one of those protective sheets, dry erase markers, and then you don't need to print off a whole bunch, and then you can just play Yahtzee in your yard.
That's
Let's
so
go.
fun. Let's go try it out. Let's
Yep.
see if this works.
Let's
Okay,
do it.
ready? And Yahtzee!
Oh my gosh, you winner! Yeah. So then you mark on your page just like that.
That is so fun, Brandy.
So
I
other
love
fun
this.
outdoor games that are already pre-made and bought is the super fun one my family loves. It's called
Yeah,
ladder
I played that
ball,
game.
ladder
Well,
golf.
Oh,
Yeah,
ladder golf.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you'll be red and I'll be
Okay.
yellow.
And the objective is this is like the different points. every
Yeah, so
color.
there's 1 point for the top row, 3 points for the bottom or middle, and then 1 point for the bottom.
Okay, and is this?
Yep.
Are we back far enough? And
Yeah.
then you compete, right?
Yes.
So we're
So-
gonna see who's better right now.
Yep, and then it's the first one to 21. Oh, 5.
Oh no!
And I overshot. Okay, you
Okay,
try.
hold on. I gotta win this one.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, super fun.
Okay, now I love that one, and you can make this at home by yourself. I've seen people do
Oh
it.
yeah, you could
right?
do PVC pipe,
Okay.
golf balls with a string, totally. But this one was easy. We just throw this in our camping trailer, so
Yeah,
we
that
can
is
make
so
it
fun.
and break it.
Okay, now this is taking the world by storm,
Yes.
right? Teenagers and everybody are like totally loving
Yes,
this.
spike
What
ball.
is this?
Well, spike ball is all the rage. Colleges are having tournaments. We have tournaments around the town at rec centers and the YMCA's.
And when
People
you say
are getting.
are you doing this or
Well,
just meant
I
us?
may or may not participate in spike ball. I may or may not be my family champion. None of them are here to defend themselves, so I can say whatever I want, right?
That's so funny. Okay.
Yep. So it's basically volleyball using a miniature trampoline. So you get two. There'll be 2 people
How
on
is
each
that
team.
even basically volleyball? Okay, there's a net and a ball.
Well,
I'm
because
getting
you can
nervous.
only you
Okay.
can't hit it more than once. I guess my
Okay,
volleyball
okay,
brain works
okay.
like that. Yeah.
I'm
So
just
you'll
thinking
spike it on the bottom.
What do I do? I hit it back?
Yes, and you don't hold it.
Okay, so I'm me out.
Yeah,
So you win.
I'm already winning.
Okay,
yes.
you're already winning.
Okay.
Perfect. Okay, so I'm just
Yeah,
gonna.
so you'll
throw
spike
down.
it, and I'll spike it back. Oh, okay. So point for you. I see how this
Okay,
is gonna go.
let's try
Yeah.
this again.
Okay.
Okay. So, and I just go like this. So, how many players can this use?
Oh,
I'm sorry.
shoot. No worries. No worries.
How many players can that?
So it's 2 person to a team, and so
I was
4
gonna say, 'cause
people
I've
play
seen
at
my son
once.
play
Yep,
before. Okay.
and the nice thing about it is that you go in the grass, you can dive and roll and that sort of thing, and it's a fun outdoor activity with
Awesome.
not a lot of equipment.
You are so fun and festive. Thank you for being
Thanks
here.
for having me.
Tell us a little bit about Idaho Scrapbook Show real fast.
Well, we have our show coming in February,
Uh-huh.
and we are so excited. We have lots of different vendors and creative ideas coming. So
Uh-huh.
just check out our website, idahoscrapbookshow.com, Facebook page. We're all over the internet, so find us for all the fun tips, and we'll help you get started with your outdoor
Awesome.
crafts.
Brandy, you always do a great job.
Thanks for having us.
All right, well, when we come back, we've got so much more in store, including maybe some more spike ball, Yahtzee, something that includes me winning. Stay with us. Welcome back to Idaho Living. You know, if you are in the market to buy a car, then you are going to be so excited about our next guest. You know, Peterson Auto Group is no stranger to this community, and I'm thrilled that we have 2 of the Peterson brothers with us today, Nils and Brady. Thank you so much for being here.
Pleasure.
So you guys are going to be talking to us about the do's and don'ts of buying a car, right? First of all, the most important things, like who's the older brother?
5 years old.
You are?
Yeah.
5 years older, Brady. Is he bossy, Nils?
Oh, a little bit.
A little bit? Okay. Okay, do you guys have competitions between your stores so who can sell the most?
We do, yeah. It's fun. We make it fun.
Little brotherly love?
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, let's talk a little bit about buying cars because there are definitely some do's and don'ts when it comes to buying a car. So, Brady, kick us off with some of the do's that we must know before heading out to purchase that vehicle.
You bet. Well, first of all, it's important to start with a budget. And what's recommended is about 15% of your gross monthly income.
Wow.
That's about where we like to start.
Wow. Okay. That's good to know,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
Second of all, figure out if you're going to buy a new car, a certified pre-owned, a used car, or if you're going to lease. Now, if you like to keep cars more than about 5 years, buying new, certified pre-owned or used is recommended.
Okay.
Now, leasing is for people who like to change cars every couple years or want that lowest payment possible.
I love that. Okay.
Yeah. So third, we like to have you narrow your choice to just a few cars. We find from statistics that on average people visit about 1.2 dealerships per car purchase. So really, people get online, you can figure it all out before you come in.
Oh, okay.
Have it narrowed down and
I visit like 12 of them, like, right? I want to make the
dealerships,
right.
yeah.
I'm just not normal. I'm
You're
not
the
average,
anomaly,
right?
I guess, yeah.
Awesome, Brady. Okay.
Number 4, check with the dealer for all possible discounts. Now, discounts change every month. The manufacturer sends out incentives and they change them really quite often, at least every month, usually. But military, college grads, what else? AARP, insurance providers, sometimes different ones, provide you with multiple discounts. So.
Oh my, we're leaving money on the table, people. We gotta get this going.
Yeah.
Awesome, okay.
And then the last one is it's important to set an appointment and test drive the car. You're gonna be spending a lot of time in this car. You wanna make sure you're comfortable. Bring your kids, bring your spouse, whoever's gonna be riding in the car, and test it together. Make sure it's you.
I love that. That's such a good idea. Okay, thank you so much. And we're gonna talk about the don'ts now, right? Did you get stuck with the don'ts? Did Brady make you do the don'ts?
I just want to make sure I'm keeping everybody out of trouble with the don'ts. So.
That's good, that's good. Okay, so let's hit them.
Yeah, so first one is don't let price be the only factor in choosing a new car.
Okay.
What I mean by that is don't sacrifice quality for a lower price. So beware of that. That could end up costing you more money in the long run. So that's the first one.
That's a good point, okay.
Next is don't overextend yourself financially. Make sure that you factor in all the costs of ownership, from insurance to just your standard maintenance and things like that. Number 3, don't be afraid of leasing. So leasing is a great way to get into a newer, nicer car for a lower payment. 4, don't forget that you save tax with the trade. So in Idaho, you only pay sales tax on the difference between the car you're buying and then the value of your trade-in. So you can save a lot of money in tax by trading in a car.
That's good, okay.
And then lastly is don't assume you can return a car after purchasing. So in Idaho, there's no cooling off period.
Really?
Car purchases are final. So that's why it's so important to do a thorough test drive and do lots of research so you feel really confident in your choice before you buy.
I love that. Oh my gosh, how fun, you guys. Great tips. I think that our viewers are going to love these too. We just love these tips. So, and it's fun to have you guys on the show too.
Thank you.
So fun. You guys have been here your whole life, right?
Yep.
Born and raised? Peterson brothers. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
And all of our viewers can go out to petersoncars.com and get all of your information and buy your new cars, right? Just in time for summer. Convertibles, stuff like that, right?
Oh,
Okay.
Lots of those, yeah.
Thanks, you guys. Okay, so coming up, do you have anything planned for Father's Day? We have some fun events that you and Dad will enjoy this weekend. And did you know that Idaho has the 5th highest suicide rate in the nation? We're going to talk about what you can do to help raise awareness to make a change in our state. This segment is sponsored by Optum Idaho. You're watching Idaho Living. We're here at the Village Square at the Village at Meridian, and dads are on our mind this weekend. So with Father's Day right around the corner, it stands to reason that we've got men on our mind, and they are an important part of our lives. And we wanted to bring some attention to you because 10% of men feel depressed or anxious and they don't go get help. And so we are bringing the help to you guys today. So here from Optum Health is Dr. Larson. We are thrilled that you are here shedding light on how we can help the important men in our lives. Thank you for being here.
Well, glad to be here. Thank you.
Okay, so let's talk about first, why are men so stubborn when it comes to getting help for themselves?
Yes, across the board. Men avoid going to see doctors. They're pretty sure they can handle their problems themselves. And so it's only when they get a nudge that sometimes they get the help they need.
And so we're here to maybe nudge some of the people that we love today, right?
That would be it, sure.
Okay, so let's help our viewers figure out what do we look for when we know, hey, our husbands, our sons, our neighbors, whoever is important in our lives, they need a little nudge and we need to talk to them.
Yeah, it's pretty commonly known that about 10% of men will have anxiety and depression and should probably get some help for it. It doesn't always happen. And so what you look for are symptoms of anxiety and depression. The hard part is that we're used to identifying symptoms of depression in women. And women will feel sad or talk about how they feel, talk to other women.
Yeah.
Men, not us. We say 2 or 3 words to someone and that's about it. So, and also depression looks different or feels different to men sometimes. Instead of sadness, the person can be irritable, or the man can feel like it's somebody else's fault and they just need to fix it, and he can solve it by himself.
Yeah. And so then we start seeing that aggression come out, right?
Sometimes irritability leads to aggression. It can also lead to trouble with sleeping, change in eating patterns. And in general, if symptoms go on for more than 2 weeks, that's when we start to pay attention and think about nudging.
Okay. Now, I know there's some other symptoms, and we'll talk. I want to come back to that nudging because I need some advice on that because I think our viewers would love that. But what are some of the physical symptoms that these men start experiencing?
Sure. We mentioned one big one is irritability. Oftentimes there's going to be other things happening though, headaches or stomach aches, I'm just not hungry, or change in habits such as drinking more or complaining about things more.
Ah, okay. And so let's talk about that nudging, okay? So you talked about it's time to nudge. You know, how do we even start nudging? Because that can go wrong really fast, right?
It sure can. It can go south. But one of the hints that we give people is that you start with something positive. That, hey, we've had a really good day. Or, boy, you're special to me. And then they use the word and I want to keep it that way. And I've also noticed. So something positive, and then as a trailer, the and what you'd like to see or what you'd like to talk about.
Yeah. And if we don't get help, things can escalate. Talk about the statistics right here in Idaho.
Yeah, we really do need help in Idaho. We're up to number 5 now in terms of states as risk for suicide per population.
So if our viewers are watching and they either want to nudge or they need a little bit of help, maybe the men are watching, where can they go to get help? Where's the best place to get started?
Well, actually, after a nudge, it's good to start with your family doctor or with a minister or someone that you believe in, a friend. Oftentimes men will ask another guy, am I really different? And so a friend can sometimes get the person to go see their family doctor or to make a phone call. Okay,
so you are sharing with us that www.211.idaho.gov is a great resource for our viewers, right? And then the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline, 1-800-273-TALK. Right?
And men are particularly at risk for suicide. We don't tend to advertise the fact. When we do things, we do it big. And so we really worry much more about men than we do about women for suicide. So it's important with Father's Day coming up to be really straightforward, tell people, your fathers and sons and brothers, how much you value them, and also pay attention to those changes in behavior.
Awesome. Dr. Larson, thank you so much for being here. Happy Father's Day.
Thank you.
You can connect with Dr. Larson and his entire team at OptumIdaho.com. We are getting ready for Father's Day. There are some super fun things to do with your dad this weekend coming up on Idaho Living. Father's Day is one of my most favorite holidays. I get to celebrate with my dad and my husband and my son, my brothers. It's so fun to watch the influence that dads have in our lives. So we hope that you're going to be sharing your fun times this weekend with Dad. There's all kinds of fun things going on around the state of Idaho. Let's give you a couple of ideas here. You can go to a weekend brunch with live music at the Sapphire Room. That's always fun, and it's jam-packed with delicious food, great music, and mimosas. You also have the Boise Moto Fest at Expo Idaho this weekend. That's a thrill one that Dad will like. What dad doesn't appreciate a classic car Motor Fest, right? It's Idaho's largest outdoor motor show, and if it has the horsepower, you are going to see it at Motor Fest. Okay, what about number 3? Take golf, or don't take golf, but take your dad golfing on Family Day at Warm Springs Golf Course. I love golfing. That little ball, I know, but it's outdoors, you're with family, you're creating memories, And then there is also a Father's Day concert celebration at St. Chappelle Winery. That is gorgeous out there. If you've never been out there, take your dad out there. It's awesome. All ages are welcome to this unforgettable concert at St. Chappelle's. It is absolutely a blast. But more importantly, on Father's Day, make sure to let your dad know how much he means to you. In fact, we've reached out to some of our guests right here on Idaho Living to share with us the lessons their dad taught them.
My dad taught me to love all things STEM. From a very young age, we were tinkering in the garage and doing crazy experiments.
He would teach me things like, whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve.
Probably the biggest example and the lesson I've learned from my dad, Larry Terhurst, is to follow Christ, to be Christ-like, and to trust Jesus above all else.
I love my dad because he taught me how to be a hard worker, how to love everybody no matter of their circumstance or position that they're in, and he taught me to always be strong no matter the circumstances that you're put in.
When you start a project, you stick to it and you finish it. Many times that can be frustrating and tiring and you don't feel like doing it, but when all is said and done, I think that was one of the most valuable lessons that I learned.
I'm so incredibly grateful for my father. He's my best friend. He's taught me so much my whole entire life, but I think the number one thing he taught me was hard work.
My dad has always taught me that no matter what the world is like around you, good, bad, or indifferent, did not change who you are.
Couldn't be a Father's Day show and tribute without me saying thank you to my dad. He definitely taught me multiple lessons. I think if you ever knew my dad and I, if we were sitting next to each other, by the way we behave, you would never know he's my dad, other than our crazy eyebrows. We do have that in common. But one of the lessons, actually, I'll share two with you. One of the biggest lessons he taught me was compassion. And I definitely get the compassion from him, but he does not judge people, and that's the second one. He's so compassionate towards other people. He never judges people. He always knows that they're walking their own life and their own path, and they all have their own struggles, and he gives the shirt off of his back. So with that, I just want to wish my dad a very happy Father's Day. I love you, Dad. All right, well, I hope you guys all have a wonderful Friday. Have a very happy Father's Day. Create some memories, enjoy the journey, and we'll see you back here next week on Idaho Living.
Promotional consideration was provided by The Village at Meridian, Village Coffee, Optum Idaho, Floral Creation.